Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome back to Raft. We are picking up from where we left off last time. As always, we had just finished Temperance last time, the entirety of the story island, and we had unlocked the blueprints for, well, this detail plank that we learned at a trading post a while ago. But we had unlocked the blueprint for the advanced stationary anchor, the electric smelter, and the advanced biofuel refiner, which are some awesome items that are going to really improve the raft. So I'm going to go ahead and learn those, and then in this section we're going to go ahead and make those new items, place them, show you how they work and all that kind of stuff. And then I think we're just going to sail around and look for trading post islands, because we're going to need more titanium to make those items. And also we can then collect extra items in the catch nets as we go, which is going to be quite useful. So, with all that being said, the other thing we did is get the code for Utopia, which is the final story island, and we did set that into our receiver. You can see it's over there with that blue dot with the square around it. So we'll probably start heading that way, but we're going to want to maybe take some detours to some trading post islands along the way. So we're going to want to set out here. We're kind of stuck on the ice as it is. Looks like the tide is pushing us right into the ice. So let's try to get out of here. We're going to have to go all the way around this big island, so it's going to be a little bit of a trick here, but let's go ahead and weigh our anchor. We're going to need to immediately cut the wheel to get out away from the ice. And I guess for now we'll just line up this way. I'll go ahead and turn the engines on. We have a good amount of biofuel in the tanks back there to power the engines, get us moving along at a good speed. Still going more or less with the tide and the wind. So we should get some pretty good speed here. We'll just keep going until we clear the side of the island, and then I think we'll just line ourselves up with the tide and just let the sail push us to save biofuel. So let's get moving here. And it's going to be a while before we are able to clear the ice, I think. So in the meantime, let's see what we got going on with all of our items. We've got our little chicken coop here, if you can call it that, with our eggs piling up, our automatic sprinkler with the advanced battery watering the grass as needed. So we'll store our eggs so we can make more biofuel. And it looks like the llamas are ready for a shear as well, so I definitely want to shear them. I'm going to need a good stockpile of wool to make armor for the final story island, so I want to stay on top of that. And I also am going to want to make more trash cubes to do trading at the trading post. So it takes 8 wool to make a full trash cube, but I think there was already a little bit in there, so I won't put the 8th one in because I don't want to like overload it and not get the full value of the wool. So we'll just do that, and once the cube spits out, we can go ahead and throw another wool in. That'll make all the cubes that we need. We have 14 currently, and we're going to need more if we want to trade for platinum. We also might need some more trade coins, so we do have our rare fish bait and a couple of fishing rods. Now, looks like we are... Oops, there was a seagull there that I scared away. I want to make sure to be killing them for the drumsticks to make my good barbecue. Looks like we're not quite away from the island yet. We are moving away from the story island, which is fine. As we get farther away, it'll eventually respawn somewhere else. So looks like we're almost... I want to keep going forward for a little bit here and just make sure we get past that point before I turn any, so that we can just sail in a straight line and not have to worry about colliding with anything. So we'll leave the engines going, quickly come back here. Looks like these are totally empty, so that's probably going to get replaced with the advanced biofuel processors anyway, so I'm not going to refill them just yet. These tanks are more or less full. We have our honey here to make more biofuel, so I haven't really been harvesting them because I've had like a full chest, but if we're going to be able to make biofuel more quickly and efficiently, then we'll leave the engines on more frequently, which means I'll need more biofuel, so we should start harvesting the honey. And then I do have additional crops here that I can use to make the biofuel. As it stands, I have a lot of eggs, which are better than most of the crops for biofuel. Looks like we're about to collide with this little island that kind of came out of nowhere. So, I'm wondering if it's worth stopping off here. I think I'll do a quick little stop and just check out the reef, so I don't want to collide with the island. Whoa. So just skirt around it there. Go ahead and quickly cut the engines off and drop the anchor. Then I'm just going to take a quick peek in the reef here and see. It's mostly scrap that I want. I have a pretty good amount building up. Looks like I maybe use a little extra copper as well. We're good on metal. We just have to keep smelting it. So to that end, why don't I load this up and make sure it is loaded with planks as well, which it looks like it is. Metal goes in there. So might as well, I know I have a good amount of scrap, but I'm going to need some more if I want to build on the raft to make nails. So let's take a peek in this reef here. Hopefully the shark is not going to come bother us. Yep, looks like he's on the far side, so we should be good. Grab this free floating plastic. Looks like there's a little reef directly under the raft, which is going to be a little hard to do with the shark there, but looks like there's another reef on this side, so grab a little bit of clay. I'm going to need to make some more clay bowls to collect my food. We'll grab metal and copper as we see it, just because it's good to have a good stockpile. Grab a little bit of sand because it's right here to make glass, to make honey, to make biofuel. Pick up seaweed. We made a whole entire seaweed chest, and we want to do that to make the flippers so that we can use flippers for exploring anything underwater that we need to do. Probably should have brought some with me at this point. Getting close to the end of the game here, so no reason to end the game with such a massive stockpile, aside from like having resources for kind of end game activities. But as far as speeding up this actual playthrough goes, might as well use the resources. But I do want to grab a bit of scrap here just to make sure I have enough nails. And because I can't really get scrap anywhere else, I guess I could trade for it at the trading posts, but it's not a very good trading ratio, and I'd rather trade for platinum. And grab a clam, why not? Don't really need it for anything, but it's right there. We'll grab it, we'll hoard it, and get some more metal and copper here. This is a very small island, but it has a lot of resources in this reef. This is a pretty good reef here, so good amount of extra sand, some extra scrap, which is what we wanted to stop for. Go up for air real quick, and then look at this last little section, hopefully before the shark comes over. Wow, there's a lot of metal on this little island. It's just funny. Oh my gosh, there's more over here. It's just funny how that goes sometimes. You find like a big island with a big reef, and then it's just like, you know, relatively empty. And then you find like this little tiny island, and it just has a ton of resources in it. So our hook is about to break. So I'll just make sure I grab the scrap, was the main thing that I wanted. And if there's any durability left over, then we'll think about grabbing some other stuff. So it looks like one more scrap here as the sun sets and makes it very hard to see. And then the hook is probably going to break, so looks like I got like one more charge. Might as well grab this copper, I guess. There we go. A little more under the raft that I could have gotten, but I don't have a hook. You know what, I think I'll just hop up and make a hook real quick. I'm going to need one eventually anyway. I'll grab the seaweed. Quickly swim up to the surface. Let me just real quick make a hook. So what do we need? A rope and a bolt. So got some extra rope in there. Got an extra bolt in there. We have a lot of bolts. Wow. We'll make a brand new hook. And then since I am right here, go ahead and load this up with metal. There we go. And we'll just go grab those last 3 scrap. I think I saw. Got 1 and 2 and 3. And the shark still has not come over to bother us, which is nice. Might as well grab the sand because it's right there. Clay is right there on the way to another couple scraps. That's actually 6 extra scrap. So I think that was worth stopping for... And another scrap down there. And some more metal. Gosh, see what I'm saying? Like, this reef is just jam-packed. Even though it's such a small reef and a small island. But that's that. Let me just quickly hop up and see what's up here. Now, a good amount of flowers, which I don't really need. I already have a bunch of seeds, so if I need flowers to make paint or anything, I can always just plant the seeds and wait for them to grow. There are some trees that I could get planks from, but I have a good amount of planks. Honestly, we get a lot in our catch nets, so I'm gonna not bother cutting down that one, but I do see a mango tree up there that I'm gonna cut because I want the mangoes for biofuel, as well as the mango seed, potentially, which we do not get. This would give me... Oh, there's pineapples here. This would give me more planks, coconuts, and potentially a coconut seed, I guess. A palm seed. So I'll just grab that one because it's right there. And then let's get back sailing and get back to what we were doing before we got distracted here. So nighttime, hard to see. I like the light from the hanging torch. Makes it look real nice in here. But let's lift up our anchor. Let's get underway. And let's get this seagull first of all. So we want the drumsticks. Got to pay attention to our hunger and thirst here. So let's go ahead and drink some water. Now let's see. Okay, we're still going away from the story island. We're looking for a trading post island to come up soon. I think this is fine. I'm going more or less with the tide, so we can just keep sailing in a straight line that way. That'll be fine. Looks like the llamas are ready. We'll just do a quick little item loop here. Do all of our harvesting real quick. Oh, Jesus. Can't reach that guy in the back. Whoops. Broke the shears as well, so I need another shear here to get this last one. May need to reload these batteries somewhat soon too, but do that. Store our wool. Why don't we go ahead and take these cubes out. Load those back up a little bit so we get some more cubes for when we do find a trading post island. Don't need all these extra feathers. I'm just going to throw them in there. They don't give much, but it's something rather than just throwing them on the ground. Looks like all of our batteries are charged, so I'm going to do a battery swap in just a minute here. First, though, let me go ahead and make sure that our metal is cooking as we are sailing. Yeah, it looks like that battery's dead in the water purifier there, so go ahead and just store everything that we can. Chest's getting very unorganized here. Gonna have to do like a chest organizing project at some point soon. Go ahead and store this stuff, store the seeds, grab our honey because that is ready. As we explained before, we want to stock up, that's the word I'm looking for, stock up on honey to make more biofuel, and then just get rid of the sand and the clay, which is filling up that chest now. And then I don't even know where to put this other plastic because I am very disorganized and all my chests are full. So why don't we turn some more of these palm leaves into rope, because that'll condense it. It's 2 palm leaf per rope, so that'll save up, free up an inventory slot. And then when I do that, and then I can free up a whole other slot. Of course, it gives me 1 rope, which is going to take up the spot anyway, and all these are full, so I don't even know what to do with this rope. We are starving, so let me eat. I have this tilapia saved up, which is nice. Put the drumsticks away. Eat the tilapia, and we just keep sailing in a straight line here. So there is a trading post island right over there that I could go get, but I think I'm just going to keep sailing straight and see what we run into. And then before we go much further, let me empty these out, and then again not have any place to store them because my chests are all getting full. So at least we can empty them out so that they're catching items as we continue to get pushed forward a little slowly because we're only using the sail, but at least we're moving. And then I want to keep cooking this metal, rather have it all in cooked form, no reason not to. Also burns through some planks, which I have an abundance of at the moment. And I guess we have a spot for another chest right there. So why don't we just quickly see what we need. We would need a... Oh, we don't have... Oh, we do have hinges. I was going to say, how do we not have any hinges? And we'll need 3 scrap. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. Meant to do 1, 2, 3. And a rope in there. There you go. And I can throw this box down at the end. All this is going to have to get sorted out a lot better later, but for now, we can just go ahead and do that. Get that stuff out of our inventory, store the stones. Potatoes would go in the back here. Not that I really need them too much, but might as well stash all that. And we get a beautiful sunrise as we continue to do things here. So why don't I go up here real quick while I'm thinking about it. Grab these batteries that are all fully charged for free from the wind turbine. And we can go ahead and put brand new batteries in every place that needs it. I'm gonna grab the eggs as part of this little loop here. There we go. 1, 2. They don't get picked up sometimes. It's kind of weird. You gotta press a few times. Not sure what's up with that, but there we go. And then get a new fresh battery in here. And I believe I also saw down here at the water purifier, advanced purifier, is going to want a new battery as well. And then I think everything else that uses a battery is more or less fine. I guess there's no reason not to just restock these real quick too, seeing as I have a chest full of extra batteries here. So there we go. Now I don't have to worry for a while about switching our batteries. We'll go ahead and put these ones in there. This one I'll have to swap out to get charged at some point, but I can let those other ones charge for now. Still no trading post island. It seems like the story island respawned now. I see how it's up over there now when it was down there before. Once you get far enough away, it just respawns somewhere else, so that's good. Why don't I make some more shears while I'm thinking about it? This metal's cooking quite quickly, which is nice. I'll switch to copper for around here. Put that back away. Excuse me. Put that copper metal ingots away and see what we need to make shears. Bunch of scrap. 1, 2, 3, 4 shears should last for a while. So the wool is not ready yet. Okay, it is. Wow, that seems quick. Sometimes with this game, you just don't realize how much time is passing as you're just doing these little loops. So, we'll do that. Again, I do want to save wool for making armor for the last story island, so I'm not going to throw it right into the... Well, you know what, I'll put some in the compactors because they're not operating right now. I do see a seagull, which we get, which is good. Want to stack up. 1, 2, 3, 4 in each, I guess should be good. Yeah, I want to stock up on the drumsticks to make the barbecue. Grab our cubes. Building up a decent amount of cubes now. We'll again need to want to grab the trading coins as well from doing the fishing with the rare bait. But we have time to do that, so for now that's all good. Why don't I start cooking some of this food too? I can throw it on the electric grill. The big salmon and the big catfish. Funny face on that guy. Just because my hunger is getting a little low. Go ahead and top up our thirst here. Pull some more from this awesome water tank. And let's see about making one of the items, I guess. So, yeah, still no trading post islands. We're going to come up to some soon. We're still going more or less with the tide, so that's good. So let's see here. What do we want to do first? I guess, so our options are the, where are we at? Right here, the advanced stationary anchor, which is the same thing as the regular anchor, but you can operate it from here with this little anchor lever, and then you don't have to run down and turn it off every time. You can steer, you can power the engines, you can go forward, back, you can drop the anchor, you can do everything right from here. So another little island there that might have good scrap and metal, but I think I'm just going to go past this one. Unless we're like going to already collide with it, I'll just keep going and advance to some different area of the map. So yeah, I guess let's just make the anchor first. Why not? Let's keep our metal cooking. For some reason, this one in the back always seems to run out of planks first. I'm not sure why that is, but go ahead and go back to the metal now. Now we made some more copper. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna need 8 ingots, and I only have 9, so yeah, that's why I need to go find those trading post islands pretty quickly here. The other things that I could make would be the electric smelter, which takes 6, as well as the advanced biofuel refiner, which I'm probably gonna want multiple of. So, where do we think that is? Must be in here, right? Yep. That takes 6 as well. I'm gonna want at least 2 of them, I think. So, I'm going to need a lot of titanium, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one we start with. We'll just start with the anchor for kind of quality of life. So the anchor is down in there. There we go. I need rope and planks, so might as well keep some planks in my inventory as well to keep stocking the furnaces. Now we'll grab some rope, and there we go. Just like that, we have our anchor. Go ahead and put the rope away. Now, this anchor, I believe, is quite a bit larger as well. So you can kind of see. Won't let me. Strange. Yeah. So it's bigger than the other anchor is, and it does need to go through a tile with water. So I'm going to need to take out a tile. Let me see just how big it is. Okay, so I'm wondering if I get rid of this tile here. If I could, well, we'll find out. Find out the hard way. If that will allow me to put the anchor down, and it looks like it does. I don't think it matters which way it's facing necessarily, but I think this is the up-down. So I think it looks like it went down for some reason, just from placing it, and it doesn't look like it was letting me pick it up or down from the anchor. I think I might have to do it from the engine controls, but so let's go ahead and, because this was in the down position probably, so let's lift this up. And then that should have lifted up the anchor from back here. There it goes. You just saw it pop up out of the water. So there you go. Massive strength. Wow, how about that? So yeah, now we can raise and lower our anchor from up there. And this is nice and out of the way. And it should be safe from shark attack due to the armoring around all of these tiles. I could also armor these tiles, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think the shark can attack in a one tile because it's not big enough, which is why this anchor has been safe. But what that allows me to do now is remove this anchor and fill this in if I had plastic. So it creates a little more space for that back area there. Are we moving? Why does it seem like we're not moving? I'm very confused. Let me empty these out real quick, and then we'll go figure out why it doesn't seem like we're moving. Are we moving? I can't tell. It looks like we're not moving. The anchor go back down? I am very confused. Alright, well, let's empty all this. These catch nets on the side have been doing really next to nothing. They have not paid for themselves as far as the amount of resources it took to make them. But let's fill that in real quick, and then why are we not moving? Let's, if I turn the engines on. Huh, it's bogged down, you hear that? The engines aren't going. If I drop the anchor and then raise it again? It was just kind of bugged or something? Seems like the anchor, okay, there it goes. The anchor just came up, you saw that. Now are we moving? No? What on earth is going on? Huh. Well, we're starving, first of all, so hopefully our fish are done. Looks like they are. Let's just eat this whole fish. Why do we think we're not moving? I'm very confused. So, control by engine controls. Yeah, I can't control it from here, which is fine. Let's see, if I lift it up, do we start moving? Am I stuck on something? What the heck is going on? What? I am so very confused right now. Is there something obvious that I'm missing? Why would we not be moving? Definitely not stuck on anything. Looks like there's dolphins under there. Let's hop back up. Let's actually replace the anchor. It is up right now. And then maybe if I turn the wheel, just to, like, unstick it. What on earth? It won't even turn. I guess because we're not moving. Okay. I've never experienced this before. I don't know what's going on. Go backwards? No. Go forwards? No. I'm assuming it has something to do with the anchor that I just placed, because nothing else has changed. Okay, so I'm going to let it go all the way down, and then I'm going to lift it all the way up. Whoop, there it goes. What on earth is going on? I guess I'm just going to try to quit out and load back in. And hope that that fixes it, because just sitting here doing absolutely nothing for all this time is pretty inefficient and just very boring, I'm sure. So why don't I just try that? So I'll make sure I save and then go to the main menu. Yeah, the main menu, yes. And then we will load world, SIG's Raft, load world. And hopefully we're just moving now, because I don't know what the heck that was. Okay, so we're back in. Okay, and now we're moving. Very strange. Alright, so just something to do with placing the anchor, I guess. Just kind of bugged everything out. But we are moving now. You can see those items getting closer. I'm a little curious. I don't want to bug it out again, but if I drop the anchor, I should stop moving, right? Yeah. Make sure I'm not moving. Yep, and then if I pick it up, I should start moving again. Yeah. Now the engines are going, so... Okay, alright, just something weird about placing it for the first time. Kind of bugged it out, but it seems to be working now, so... do a quick item loop, since I'm sure everything has finished in the time that we were lollygagging, trying to figure out why we weren't moving. So, I'll do that. This wool can just go right in. Like so. And I'm assuming these batteries up here are done too, so I can take out that one and swap it for this other one that did need to be recharged as well. There's dolphins jumping out there. Still no trading post island on the horizon. Gonna have to find some to get more titanium to make the other items. So in the meantime, we're just gonna kind of work on this kind of stuff. Give me that egg. And store that. And then I want to store this stuff too. I do need to, again, you know... Jeez. This one's already full. Gosh. I need more storage. I guess what I could do, I can move this chest. And build another wall and get another 2 chests up anyway. For something to do, I suppose. So, take out the... I think it's just planks to make a wall, like so, and then not that, this, you can put those shears away too. Get these shears away. More eggs already. Oh gosh, getting stuck in item loops now before we can even actually make any progress on anything else. Alright, save those eggs. Now I can put this chest back here. I wonder if I can get 4. With that amount of height. I don't think so, but I guess I can try. So what do we need? We just need hinges. So there's one. And then I can go ahead and grab some rope and then go back to the chest with hinges and make another. Put the rope away. Now, if I get it as far down as it'll go, can I get another one? I can. So I could really condense these two to make extra room. Wow, that's going to bother me that it's not lined up. Kind of has to be there though because of that. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Alright, so... yeah, that's just all extra base materials. I'll use this one. These are like the custom items, cosmetic items that I got from Temperance. So those are going to all get placed eventually, and that'll free up space in that chest. But yeah, we can't build anything new until we get some more titanium, unfortunately. Go ahead and eat this fish. Stay on top of my water. Fill that up. And then, I think what I want to do here, in addition to these item loops, where I'm just going to kind of try to stay on top of everything. Like so. Get the honey here, so we can make more biofuel once we can finally make those advanced processors. How did that one get through? You saw that plastic? I think it's because the tide or the waves were going up and down. If it goes too high up or down, it won't actually catch the items in the net, which is a little annoying. Still no trading post islands. If I just keep pushing forward, I should get to one. I think what I'm going to do is just cut the engines on. I have a decent amount of biofuel saved up, so that's going to speed us up to hopefully find one sooner. Otherwise, it's just going to take so long of slowly drifting to actually find a new trading post island. We're going to need to find a couple of them in order to make everything that we want to make. So we'll do that, and then what was it that I just was thinking about doing? I certainly want to organize these chests, but that's going to be kind of a big project, actually. Oh yeah, I wanted to cook some more food, so it's really this mango nana juice that gives you the most extra thirst to your thirst bar down here. And then the food is the barbecue is the best food. So in order to make the barbecue, I need drumsticks, meat, cave mushrooms, and mackerel. In order to get mackerel, I just have to do like basic fishing. And then the mango nana is 2 bananas, a bucket of milk that I can get from the goats, and a mango. So this is a banana tree. I'll cut that down while I'm thinking of it. We did get some extra seeds, which is nice. So we can immediately replant the tree and let it grow. Go ahead and water the crops. And then why don't we take 2 bananas and a mango, and we can grab a bucket of milk from up here. Just want to get a good little stockpile of food going for the final story island. Go ahead and do a bucket of milk and a mango and 1 pineapple and 2 pineapples. We go ahead and start cooking. It uses the battery, and when it's done, we just take it out with a glass jar. So we'll let that go. Looks like the llamas are ready again, so I want to really start stockpiling these trash cubes. There we go. Again, we'll just go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get the cubes. There we go. I want to fish, too, to get some more trading coins and some basic fish like the mackerel to make some more barbecue I actually need to do. But one other thing I'm thinking of doing is kind of expanding the garden back here. So the additional things I would need to plant would be, I already have watermelon and pineapple planted in here, and I have beets and potatoes planted in these little ones. So that's all stuff that I could use to make biofuel. But I might want to plant a few other trees. So there's the palm, the mango is the main one to get more mangoes for the mango nana. Also, I guess strawberries go in these small crop plots, so maybe I make one of those, and then some plots for mango and palm, I guess. I could also do the birch and the pine tree. They just give planks, and they're kind of cosmetic. So what would that be? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4... advanced crop plots. Oh, jeez. I didn't realize we're stuck on this thing. I wonder how long that's been going on for. So we can just grab that crate, which has a bunch of random items in it, and then this thing is going to start sinking. So once that sinks, we can get by it. Looks like we are moving forward again now. We'll empty out these items while we're up here, and we'll use that to make the crop plots. Looks like that did turn us, since we were kind of stuck on it. So let's readjust here. Still no trading post islands, kind of surprising. Oops, there's a little island there. I don't want to get pushed into that island, so hopefully like this is fine. I want to go more with the tide than away from it. So let's see what we need to make those crop plots. I already forgot the number. Yeah, so it's just nails and bolts and planks and ropes. So the nails I made from scrap. That's why been wanting to stockpile all this scrap. And a bolt. So there's one. Gosh, we're gonna need a lot of scrap, huh? Let's turn a whole stack into nails, and then we can grab rope from here. And 2, 3, 4. Is that what we needed? We need 4 or 5. We needed 5 total, right? Which is 4 additional ones. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4 additional ones. And I want to make a small one for the strawberries too, because that's the only thing that I don't currently have growing. That way, if I ever need any more crops, I'll just have them there. I should be changing out my metal as we go too, but I'm being lazy. So one more small one is going to just take one more nail. There we go, nail. And one more small one. So we'll come back here. Now, let's see what we want to do with these scarecrows. So these scarecrows protect basically, I think it's like 3.5 foundations distance or so. So I'm going to want to, all these should already be protected by this scarecrow back here. And I'm going to want to put one of the small crop plots in line with this other one here. So that can go there. And then I guess these large ones, if I just line up like so. Make them, I know it's not going to be perfect, but I can make them as much in a line as possible. There we go. Now I'm going to need the scarecrows back down to protect them, so I guess this one can probably still just live like here, kind of. I'm wondering, maybe I tuck him in the back. I should calculate out exactly how far away they need to be, but because I kind of have extras, like I have more than I'm going to need, this guy here should cover almost the whole length, and then we'll just put the last guy down here almost cosmetically. But that should give me enough range to protect all of these, I believe. And then let's go ahead and plant strawberry seeds. Go in this little one, apparently. And we water them. Put the seeds away. And then let's take one each of these other seeds that we don't have planted yet. And we'll do the birch and the pine cone. Look at that little tiny pine tree. And again, those are mostly just cosmetic at this point, because, I mean, I could harvest them for planks if I ever need planks. Look at the little tiny palm tree. That's kind of funny. I guess it was raining, so it doesn't need to be watered. Oh yeah, and a little tiny birch tree. That's just so funny how they're just miniature versions of their final model. There's no, like, actual growth stages. But, yeah, the pineapples and the mangoes I actually want for the fruit to make the good drink. These ones are kind of just cosmetic. I could harvest them for planks, but, you know, I don't really need planks, and this is not like the most efficient way to get planks, but just to have like one of each plant growing, should there ever emerge a time that I actually need them for some reason, we'll have them there. And there you go, kind of a slightly larger garden section with every type of plant possible growing. Now let's take a peek up here. Still no trading post islands. It almost seems like something's wrong. I feel like I should have seen one by now, but I think if we just keep pushing forward, they will eventually spawn some in. So I do really need that titanium to keep working on what I wanted to work on here. So hopefully we can find some soon. In the meantime, we'll have to find other projects to work on. Biofuel tank's getting a little empty. So I'm going to load them back up. So I'm burning through this biofuel real quick just by leaving the engines on all the time. That's why I'm hoping that with the advanced refiners, I can get to a point where I can just generate more than I use. And that's why I have all these crops here, all these eggs saved, all this extra honey stacked up. Hoping that, which we use to make biofuel, will be enough to reach that point soon. I do finally see a trading post island, this little green dot here. So let's head towards that. We'll leave the engines on to get there quickly. So let me just line straight up with it. That's probably good. And then go ahead and shear the llamas once more because they are ready. like so. And we'll throw this stuff in. Again, I do want to save some wool to make armor, so that's why I'm kind of saving some in there, but for now, because we're coming up to a trading post island, we'll throw that in. Got our cubes. I'm going to do the fishing real quick so that I can trade the fish in for the coins, the trading coins that we're going to need to get the titanium once we get to the island. So I'm going to go ahead and stash all this stuff that I can just to make a little extra room. I really don't have a lot of space at the moment. Can put some in this guy. Oh my gosh, it's already full. That's crazy. Going right by that island, which is cool. And then let's do a little fishing here. So we'll want to... What did I do? Oh, I'm so dumb. These are the fish that I need to trade. I had already fished for them in a previous section. So all I have to do is go and trade them at the island. I don't actually need to do any fishing. What I could do is burn through this bait. I only get 1 trade coin per fish instead of 2 that I get from this fish. But I might as well burn through a few of them since we're just kind of doing nothing else as we wait to approach this island here. So we'll get the cheap tier 1 bait on, and I can collect these while fishing, which is kind of cool. So, what happened? That was weird. Oh, it's because I went underwater, huh? When the wave got really high, I put my character underwater, which caused the fishing animation to stop. So, but let's fish as we empty these out. There we go. This line can go really, really far. I guess I'll burn through like half of them, I guess. That's not the trading post island there, is it? It's just a different island. I want to go check, actually. Let me get one more cast off, and then I can run up to the receiver while the line is out. Which is kind of crazy, but that is the way it works. So there we go. Throw that out. Run up here, which we are still fishing as we do this. Let's see, the line goes that far. Nope. That is not the trading post island. It is still in front of us. Taking a long time to catch these fish. Sometimes it's really fast, other times it's quite slow. Yeah, that's just some other islands, so I don't need to stop there. Just grab a few more fish here. I believe it's only 1 trade coin per titanium. I think each trading post island has 5 stacks of 3 titanium that you could buy. So you get 15 titanium per island, and it really only takes 5 trading coins and however many trash cubes. So I don't need that many trade coins. There may be some other things that I want to buy. I may want to buy a couple more scarecrows just to make sure that everything's covered if I ever expand the garden. I think those take like 8 trade coins, so it is worth stocking up on. It's just, I know that the fishing is kind of boring. If it was me and, whatever, I'm just chilling out, throw something up on the second monitor and just fish for half an hour and stockpile more stuff than I'll ever need, but I feel like that would be really boring to see in a recording. And I don't want to do anything like off recording. So far, everything in this playthrough, every single thing that I've done has been recorded, so you could literally follow through an entire playthrough of this game and not miss anything. So I want to stick to that. So we'll just try to get the kind of minimum amount of fishing done quickly as we approach the island here. And then we'll want to empty out our nets and go just trade, maybe do a little exploring on the island, but I don't want to waste too much time there. So I'm just going to catch 2 more of these bait fish. There's the island right there. You can see we're coming up to it. So do 1 more cast here, burn through half the bait. And I'm going to need some food soon, so I can't open the chest while I'm fishing, but I can at least be ready to open it as soon as we catch this fish. So there we go. And then I'm going to need some food, so I might as well go ahead and eat this big guy here. Oh, seagull. Got just close enough to not scare him away. There we go, we get him. Stocking up on a lot of drumsticks. I do need to fish for mackerel. That is the one thing that's holding me back from making more barbecue, which is like the best food that you can make. So put the bait away. We got our extra fish there to trade. I guess we could put the rod away for now. And then kind of emptying, geez, kind of entering from a weird angle here, but should be all right. Let me go ahead and empty these as we approach. so that they're nice and empty when we go to leave. Gonna collect a little bit more in them, but that's alright. God, you really get a lot of stuff in these if you're just sailing. I went from having like no planks to having too many. I don't even have anywhere to put them. And it's just wild. So that chest is full. We'll do more plastic planks and leaves in there. That one's probably going to fill up pretty quickly too. Store the rest of the stuff real quick. I think we're running out of space for rocks as well. We sure are. So the question is, do I stop here? This isn't really a good spot to stop, but I definitely don't want to get stuck on that. So let's go just around it. And then straighten out a little bit. And then I guess that's a decent enough spot to walk up. I think the trading post is like up over there somewhere, maybe, with this island layout. I'll know more once we actually get on land and see what the layout of the island is. I don't want to get too close to that screecher because he will come and attack on the raft if we get too close. So this is probably fine. We'll turn the engines off. We can drop our anchor from here now, which is super exciting. And then why don't I finish just a quick shear of the llamas here. Don't think there's enough durability with just those, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. 4, 5. Yeah, these shears have like such low number of uses before they break. It really takes a lot of metal, so you have to factor the metal into your wool calculations for your trash cubes, but got a decent amount stashed up there. There's another trading fish, so we'll bring all of our trading fish, we'll bring our coins, we'll bring our cubes. We will make sure we clear up our inventory so that we have room to grab whatever we see here. I'm gonna load these up while I'm back here. 2, 3, 4, and 1 can go into that one. Yeah, definitely need to get the biofuel setup going next because I'm burning through so much of it. We'll make sure we have enough hunger and thirst to go on this little excursion here. So I'll put the raw drumsticks away. And what do we have for cooked? I guess I could eat a couple of shark steaks. I'll just eat 1, should be enough. Whoops, not that. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad? We'll eat 1. And we'll put the other one away. Okay, and I think that's everything I need. You know what, I'll bring the metal detector and the shovel because we can also find titanium that way. So I think that's everything we need. Let's go ahead and journey onto the island right as the sun sets, which does make it hard to see, but it's really underwater that it's like really hard to see at night, and I'm not really planning on doing any reefing here. It may be worth stopping for scrap, but I'm just hoping I have enough. Nice little view of the raft there. Really coming along nicely. I do dig that. Oh geez, and there's a boar. Not expecting that right off the bat. Let's get the machete on. Machete does the same damage as the metal arrows do. Oh, and there's the trading post right there. Whoa, okay. Make sure to dodge the boar. I just want to save the durability on the bow for ranged enemies, because that guy I can safely hit as long as I strafe his attacks. And that gives us leather to make more armor, as well as meat to make our barbecue, as well as just being one of the best food sources. So some watermelon is good for biofuel. We'll grab that. And I do see, I guess mangoes I'll grab as well for our mango nana juice. I do see a crate there. We'll grab some more scrap and planks. And let's do our trades. So let's sell the tier 1 fish for some trading coins. And let's sell the tier 2 fish for 2x trading coins. Why is it not selecting? There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. And then we're going to want to buy definitely the titanium. So yeah, it's 3 trash cubes and 1 trade coin for a stack of 3. You can do that 5 times. So that is 5 titanium. I will need a little bit more to make the second advanced biofuel refiner if I do that in the electric smelter. So I will need more. I don't have a fridge. I don't think I have a need for it. I don't think it stores more than other storage chests do. So there's no reason not to just leave the food in a regular storage chest or whatever. Just looking real quick if it stores anything more. It stores less items than the large storage. Oh, the large storage, which I'm not using. It stores up to 25 items, so I guess it's slightly better than the small storages that I've been using, but it takes up more space, so by stacking the small storages, you can actually fit more items into the same space. They're just in different chests instead of being in one, so there's really no need to get that. The rest of this stuff is cosmetic for the most part. That just makes a noise. You know, if I was playing with other people and they could see my character, or if I could go third person and you could see my character, then maybe it would be fun to get some of these cosmetic items, but as it stands, they don't do anything. I'm not playing with anyone, so no reason to get tic-tac-toe. I already bought these recipes. Makes you run faster, adds extra hearts to your life, increases your lung capacity, makes you swim faster. That could be worth making. And then these other, like, air horns and Viking horns, they just make noise. So, again, not really any reason to get them. I think I'll get one more advanced scarecrow, and that should be more than enough for now, because they do cover a large area, and I want to save enough resources to get more titanium. And then the last thing I think I'll grab are some of these. They're only 1 coin each, and I can buy 5 here, the turmeric and the chili, because you need those to make some of these recipes, I believe. And these are really good, you know, giving you extra health, increasing lung capacity, making you swim faster. That's like super useful. So I'll grab that and then take a quick peek at the metal detector. I don't want to go searching far and wide, but if we can quickly find one of the catches, we can get some titanium out of it, so we might as well. It's also those tiki pieces. I could build a tiki on the raft. I don't think it does anything. It's just cosmetic, but I guess it would be cool to have. But it's mostly the titanium. So you can see the lights getting brighter here, filling up. There you go, until it beeps, which means I am on top of the catch. So I can dig this up. And it has 1 titanium. Oh, and a cool painting, I guess. I think that's what that is. So, there we go. Whoa, bird is dive bombing us, so that's not good. Now, there could potentially be other catches on this island. Yeah, see that? So, see if I could find that one real quick, too. I'm not sure that there's more than 1 catch with titanium, though. So far, whenever I've found multiple catches, only one of them has had titanium in it, but there's the dive bomb again. I'm just going to have to eat the hit, because I'm not really paying attention. Let's loot that one. Oh, that one had 3 titanium in it. Okay, awesome. So, definitely can get multiple titanium from that. That gives us 19, which I think is actually enough, because I'm going to keep running here so the bird doesn't dive bomb us. There we go. I'll need 12 for the refiner, and then wasn't it another 6 for the smelter? Yeah, 6, 12, 18, so... Oh, but I need dry bricks. Interesting. But that is enough titanium, at least, to make all of the stuff that we wanted to make. So we're definitely going to want to hit up more trading post islands and trade for more titanium, because there's going to be other stuff that we need it for, and we'll be out of it once we make all of this. But it's a pretty good stop off there. Nice little school of fish down there. Gets us enough titanium to at least finish these projects, so... Let's hop back up on the raft, like so. Just going to throw this scarecrow down until I need him later. He can just live in the back. Maybe he'll scare the shark away. That's not how it works, but, you know, just makes our raft look more intimidating from the outside if any pirates, which also don't exist, were to come and try to interfere with us. Okay, there's another trading post island right over there, so why don't we go ahead and get the seal first of all. There we go. Quickly loot him, and then we can lift up our anchor from here, which is awesome, and then we'll start sailing towards that next island. It's going to be rough if I'm going against the tide. It's going to be very, very slow, but am I not straightened out here? I do that all the time, where I don't quite straighten out, and then next thing you know, you're just spinning in a circle. But alright, we're heading roughly at the next trading post island. We're going almost perfectly perpendicular with the wind, which is going to make us get pushed kind of diagonally and not very quickly forward, but That actually kind of works out because we're getting pushed that way towards the island, so may have to adjust course as we get closer, so we just have to remember to keep an eye on that, but otherwise we can just start heading that way. And then I'm going to just grab these eggs for the biofuel. Oh boy, inventory's like full. And then store the cubes and the coins. And then I'm going to need a lot more trading trash cubes. Trash cubes they're called. I always call them trading cubes. I don't know why. But we're going to need a lot more trash cubes to actually trade for the titanium. So let me stay on top of the wool gathering. I'm using the wool to make the cubes. I was trying to save that wool for armor, but I'm going to dump some in there for now. Make sure we have the cubes ready for when we get to this next trading post island. So I'm not going to turn the engines on because we're still like a little low on biofuel. And we'll just let the wind push us as we get this titanium cooking so that we can actually craft our stuff that we wanted to craft. Make sure these are all loaded up with planks. Good enough for now. Go ahead and store the rest of this real quick. No room for all of it. Again, stay on top of our honey. I think I have like plenty for now, but the more I stock up on, then the more biofuel we can make in the long term. Go ahead and store our fruits and our seeds. Need a spot for the leather. I have this painting as well. I guess that can go in the cosmetic chest. One of these other chests, I guess it was this one, had the cosmetic stuff from Tangaroa. I did not get all of the items from Tangaroa, but I got some of them, some of the unique cosmetic items, so that'll be what's in this chest for now until we construct our little building. Now we want to put that in. And the leather can go in there. Is there any spot for leaves or planks? No. But we can load that up. So I think it actually makes sense to make the electric smelter first, because then that'll speed up making the titanium to make the advanced refiners. So I think we'll do it in that order. Yep, we're getting very close to this next trading post island. Stay on top of our thirst. Go ahead and fill that up. Gonna need to eat a little something. Why don't we just do a shark steak? And then we're going to approach pretty soon here to this trading post island, so we'll let the cubes finish, and then let me see if I could just fish for a few more mackerel real quick to make some barbecue. And then I might get some regular fish too, which honestly I need at this point, just to have some source of like regular food to stay on top of my hunger. I want to save like the good cooked recipes for when I actually go exploring big islands, so that I don't have to return as frequently. But for when I'm just on the raft, there's no reason to not just eat the regular food. So we're looking for mackerel to make the barbecue, which is good. And then we got a big old salmon, which is going to be good for filling up our hunger normally. And I do just want to keep an eye on that the tide doesn't push us too far away from the trading post island. So honestly, we should be starting to see it shortly here. So just going to keep sailing until we see it. Hopefully we can catch these fish quickly. It's a little random as far as how long it takes for the fish to actually bite. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's not. But we got 2 salmon already, which is like very lucky for that. And 2 mackerel already, which is also lucky for making the barbecue. So that's cool. I'm gonna go this way as we keep fishing, just to check. Yep, we're still coming up to the island. Pretty slowly, but we're making good progress towards it. I'll catch this fish here, and then go ahead. I might as well just keep the titanium in my inventory, along with some planks, so that I can keep it cooking. And once I make that electric smelter, I think you can cook 6 things at a time. Maybe it's only 3. And I believe it also cooks quicker, which is nice as well. So I'm just going to keep fishing here, looking for regular food and mackerels. I'm going to empty out the nets as we do that. You can see because of this weird diagonal angle that we're going, we're missing a lot of the item stream because we're like going diagonally into it. And that was the whole point of making this row of catch nets on that side, And if we were going like diagonally this way, then that would be working to catch all the items. But because we're coming diagonally this way, we're missing them all. So the way that I calculated the size of the raft, I guess did not work out, because it was supposed to be that with 2 sides, you could catch every single item from the item stream, regardless of direction, but it's not working that way. Currently, if we're going in this direction, which we are, then we would need to also have this side filled in. It looks like some of them are maybe getting caught in the back there, but actually it looks like they're all probably missing. So kind of a shame. It also seems like every time that we've been moving diagonally, we always end up going this way and not that way. So there's almost something to be said for removing that line of nets and moving them to this side. But I'm sure as soon as I do that, we'll start, you know, the tide will change and then the items will be spawning diagonally this way. And then I'll regret having moved them. I do have so many extra resources. I could also just fill in this side, but frankly, I have so many items at this point that I don't even really care about missing items too much at this point. Like, I almost want to stop getting items because I have nowhere to put them. I know that at some point I'm going to have a use for them, so I do want to still collect them and whatnot, but we're going to get stuck on this thing here, so I need to quickly pick up that crate so that it sinks. Maybe I think I might have to jump on it for it to sink. There we go. So that we don't get turned too much. And then let me go check, because again, I feel like we should have found this island by now. Yeah, see, well, now we're turning because we just hit that, that floating thing, whatever you call it. So let's change our position. Just going to change the item spawns as well. Looks like I'm actually going to need to turn a little more. Might as well cut the engines on at this point because we're close, and now I'm going, like, against the tide. So we'll do that. We are lined up. We should be seeing it soon. Need to cook this titanium. Keep that loaded up with planks. And I guess I should quickly grab this stuff so that I can do 1 mackerel, 1 meat, 1 drumstick, and 1 cave mushroom, which is gonna go ahead once I load it up with planks, and cook another barbecue, which is like the best food item. And then let's see if we can get like 1 more fish here as we approach. I think I should be seeing the island by now. I'm not sure where it is. You can see it in the corners, like on the top left or top right, or the left side or the right side of the screen before you can see it looking at it head on. But I'm still not seeing it. We should be getting close. Let me go double check. Catch this last fish as well. There we go. Okay, so now it's like over there. I'm not sure how that happened. Oh, there it is. I see it. So let's turn. Since I can see it, we can just go straight at it now. Again, going kind of perpendicular to the tide, which is not great as far as traveling efficiently goes. I don't think it matters once the engines are on, but I'm still trying to not burn through too much of the biofuel. So we'll get a quick shear in here. Should be... Oops, seagull. Oops, missed him. Oh well. Trash cubes are done, and those were full, so they're actually going to start making more now. We'll grab our coins, grab our trash cubes, store the rest of the wool for now. Let's see if that titanium is done. Not quite. So let's store all of this kind of stuff, all of our extra fish that we got. I'm going to go ahead and cook that catfish. And then I might as well just eat the last 2 steaks as we approach here. Drink the water so that we're good to go. Can store these fish for later as well, and like the raw food chest. That titanium's done. Awesome. Make sure it's loaded up on planks so that it cooks while we are away. Just store that for now. Store that again out of storage space. Getting to be a little ridiculous, but that's okay. Don't even know where to put these ropes. I guess in there. I have an extra rock. Know where to put it, so it's just going to go there. And we should be right to the island. So, pretty good spot here. It's going to be a little hard to go to leave from here. but because I'm gonna have to go in reverse and then like 3-point turn out of here, but this looks like a good spot to enter from, so I'll go like right up to here. Let's cut the engines off to save the biofuel, and let's drop our anchor. I don't mind going for a little swim. So we have our coins, we have our trash cubes. I think that's about everything I'll need to do the titanium trades, right? Isn't it only 1 cube per trade? Or was it 3? If it was 3, then I don't have enough cubes. They're going. They should each make another cube very shortly. All that wool that I wanted to save for armor is now getting used on cubes, but that's okay. Titanium's a little more important at this point, so pick up these eggs because I haven't in a while. Like so. There we go. Running out of space in here. But I'm just going to wait for 2 more cubes to finish as we get this seagull, because they should be done any second now. And we'll grab those cubes and then we'll go, and we'll hope that's enough, and if not, we should be able to just come back and pick up the other ones that should have finished. Alright, cool. So there's the cubes. Grab those, we'll bring those. They are making more, so if we don't have enough, we can just come back and grab them. And then let me also bring the metal detector and the shovel, because that paid off pretty well last time. We got an additional 4 titanium out of that. These fish are done, but I'm just going to leave them on the grill. I can eat them when I'm hungry. I guess I should have probably picked them up, put them in the chest, and then put some new ones on to cook while we're away, but too late now. So let's go to the island here to trade and metal detect. There's like free scrap on the way in, so might as well grab that. Oh yeah, I do need to make those clay bricks as well for the electric smelter. That's another thing that I should have got going ahead of time, but too late now, so let's get them. Oh, there's a boar. Let's get our machete out again, or they should just have that on the hotbar at all times. Let's dodge sideways, get 2 hits in. Oh, it's too close, got a little greedy. Dodge, a couple more hits, 1 more after this. Just eating the hits to speed this up, I guess, at this point. There we go. Took a lot of unnecessary damage, a lot of unnecessary armor durability reduction, but there we go. We get what we need from there. It's another llama, which could be good to speed up wool collection, to speed up trash cube collection, but I think I'm happy with the 6 that I have for now. I'd have to make extra space in the pen. So where do we think the trading post is? It must be up here. Gonna follow the metal detector as best we can. Looks like it wants me to go up there as well. I think it's up top. Not sure that I can scale this. Ooh, I kinda can, but it gets a little too steep, so probably gonna have to go around. I'm not sure if there's a cave down in there. Could be a good spot to get some extra dirt and stuff, but I see the trading post there. I'm going to take a little detour first. Grab some watermelons. And, yeah, it's up here, so... Oh? No? Over here? Ah, interesting. Going to be digging into a rock. Oh, that looks like junk, so I don't know if there's... Oh, God, that's a boar. Don't know if there's titanium in there. Looks like no. Oh, jeez. Now I need to... Oh, Jesus. Now I need to actually dodge, because my health is getting low, because I'm being foolish. So we'll just get 1 swing in, and then we dodge sideways, then we chop. And then we dodge sideways, and then we chop. And there we go. Okay. Need to be careful, especially if there's a screecher. I don't want him dive bombing me while I'm trading. It looks like there is another catch somewhere. This way, perhaps? Down here, maybe? Some red berries to grab. I don't have a lot of them. There's a chicken here, too, but I think I have plenty of animals for now. It's gotta be right here, right? Yep, there we go. Another one in the rock. Fortunately, it looks like junk again, so... Yeah, no titanium. But it's worth a look, because we got 4 titanium from that last island. There could potentially be another catch somewhere, but currently not lighting up, so just grab the fruits, because really the only way to get additional fruits. And then there's a big crate here that could have some cool metal items in it, which it does. So that saves us quite a bit of resources. And then, let's just go do our trades. Oh, there is another catch here, and it is this way. Probably right next to that trading post, huh? So let's go through the water and up. Look for this first. Gotta be right here. There it is. Looking for... Ah, it's more junk. Darn. Just looking for that safe that had 3 titanium in it last time. Again, no titanium, but we do get some free items from it, so that's something. Nothing else on the metal detector, so let's do our trades. Now, first thing I want to do, I have nothing to sell, so I just have the coins and the cubes that I have, but I want to buy the titanium. Yeah, it is 3 cubes each, so I'm going to need to go get more cubes from the raft and then come back. And then I am getting low on trade coins, so I am going to need to buy this bait as well. This will get me, if I buy all of it, 40 trade coins, right? Because it's 20 bait. 5 stacks of 4 is 20 bait, and each fish sells for 2. So if I can get 5 plus 3 is 8 trash cubes, then I'll be able to buy everything that I need to get from here. So let me head back to the raft and get those cubes cooking. There's probably a couple already made from what was cooking when we left the raft. That should be done by now, but I may need to restock it with some more stuff and then wait to get the other cubes. But I feel like I should before I leave this island. So there's a cave in there too. I can get some extra dirt. Not that I need it. Unless I wanted to like really make huge animal pens and capture more animals. There's a llama and a chicken on this island that I could capture, but I think I have enough animals. I don't really have room for many more, to be honest. So I can't get this scrap because I'm not underwater. You can't mine things if you're not underwater with them. Which is kind of silly, but that's the way it works. Some free seaweed on the way back in. And let's see about those trash cubes. Up we go. Titanium goes in. So that starts cooking immediately. And what do we got for cubes? So we needed 8 in total. You know what, Seagull, you get to live today. So we only get 2 more. So we have 3. We need a lot more. It's going to take a while. I can shear these guys. That'll get me a couple more cubes. I think it's 8 wool to fill it and get 4 cubes. So like 2 wool is equivalent to 1 cube. So that's enough for 2.5 cubes, basically, which is not enough. So, alright, that seagull does not get to live. Starting to get too much of everything, to be honest. Probably can slow down with all the harvesting. I just don't like to miss opportunities, because then it comes to a point where I need something and I don't have it, then I regret all the times that I could have gotten it and I didn't. But at this point, we're getting really stocked up on everything, so should probably just focus on what I need to focus on to advance so we're not slowing down too much. But alright, we gotta let those cubes cook. I want to at least grab that titanium before we go, and I really should grab the bait too so that I can fish before we arrive at another trading post island. So we're gonna let that cook. We're just gonna do a little bit of kind of raft and inventory management here. Get some new fish cooking. Go ahead and store everything that we possibly can. Like so and like so. Looks like that barbecue is done. We can store that. Got 3 extra ones of those for later. And then I know this was done too, the extra mango banana, so we'll save that. Why is this not stacked? That's weird. Alright, so there we go. And still waiting for the cubes, yep. So we'll need to wait for like, we'll need to wait for 3 cycles basically, but stash all this stuff, grab our honey, store that in the honey chest, which is now getting full. So I could probably stop harvesting the honey for now, unless I want to convert it all into honey jars, which would probably be a good idea, but... metal, titanium is done. So keep that smelting. We should have enough now to make at least one electric smelter. I'm also now thinking I probably want to make 2 electric smelters. I'll see if it does 6 metal at a time, then I'll just make 1. If it only does 3 metal at a time, I'll want 2. I do believe it is quicker, but I'll still not have the same capacity. So there's 2 more cubes. I'll have to wait for 2 more, and then I'll need 1 more to get the 8 that I need to get everything, so we'll have to wait for another cycle. I think looks like they're going, so I think there's enough in there to make 2 more, and then we may need to refill it with the wool. Should be done pretty soon here, which we'll be able to harvest and get the last 2 that we need. God, I already need new shears. It is crazy how quickly you lose durability on those shears. So it takes a while. So what can I do in the meantime that isn't boring and that is productive? And all of our items are harvested. Our batteries are good. I guess I could quickly swap out these for fresh batteries since they're at about like half durability. Let's do it quick so we don't slow down our process. There we go. And start recharging these. I love this thing. It's just free electric power. These huge batteries that power everything for the rest of the game, essentially. Keep our titanium cooking. Takes a lot of planks, so we'll let that go. Why don't we see about making an electric smelter while those trash cubes finish? So, electric smelter. Oh yeah, I need the dry bricks, duh. That's what I should be doing. Okay, good thing I checked now. So we need 10? Yeah, 10 dry bricks. So that's gonna be here? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. Good thing I've been stockpiling clay and sand, because that's quite a bit there. So I need to put these somewhere to dry. I guess I'll just throw them here. Even though it's raining, I think they still dry out. You just have to put them on the ground and wait a certain amount of time. See, I can't even make that smelter until it's done drying. Get another seagull here. Getting a lot of seagulls lately, which is good for the drumsticks. I do need the mackerels, however, so I'm going to just do a couple casts here as the final couple cubes get spit out there. Not the final, but 2 of the last 3. Come on, fish. Come on and bite. Sometime today. There we go. And I think I only got 1 or 2 more casts left in the fishing rod, so I might as well just use it up. Hopefully get an extra mackerel or 2. And grab these titanium ingots, and then if this fish would bite, which he does now, we can reload them. All this titanium cooked in order to make the stuff that we want to make. There we go. That gets rid of the fishing rod. We did not get any mackerel, but did get some new raw fish to feed ourselves with. Let's see up here. Yep, cubes are done. However, there's not quite enough in there to make another set of 2. So we'll harvest the llamas. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's enough. We'll get the last 2 cubes. We'll grab the last titanium and the bait that we need to get more trading coins so that we can get more titanium in the future. And then we'll get out of here. So it's going to be just a minute while that cooks. Let's load up our biofuel here. Shears I don't need. I can put a lot of this stuff away. So I'm going to do that. Seaweed can go in there. Again, really should invest in flippers just to speed up the swimming process. Titanium, not quite ready. So let's keep them loaded up with planks. Battery on that is getting low too. The battery on that seems to drain the quickest between that and the sprinklers because they do go off a lot. So let's get that one recharging. Put a fresh one in. What did we just do? Okay. Looks like we threw a battery in the fire for a second. That would have been bad. And then I guess I might as well just put a new one in there too, for the heck of it. Then we don't have to change it again for a while. Have our nice cooked fish there. Might as well pick that up, put it in the cooked food chest, and then I might as well cook some more fish. This tilapia is actually a pretty good source of food. Heals you for a decent amount. So I want to have that cooked. Llamas aren't going to be ready for a bit. We're just waiting on those trash cubes. Everything else is harvested. You can see our trees have grown nicely. It just kind of looks cool as a cosmetic thing more so than anything else. I could go ahead and grab some more bananas, I guess, because I need 2 of them for each one of the mango nanas that I want to make. So I'm going to grab a bunch of bananas, or several bunches perhaps. Do that, and why don't we go ahead and make another juice and another barbecue. There's the milk. Probably want more milk at some point, but I have enough to make at least 4 more, so that's fine. Take scrap and metal, well, scrap and rope, I think, to make the buckets to make the milk, and you don't get the buckets back, which is kind of weird that you cook the whole bucket. You don't just pour the milk out, which is kind of strange. But so it's not the most resource efficient thing per se. We'll go like this. We will make another barbecue, load that up with planks, grab this titanium, load this up with planks, and I have a feeling those cubes are done now. They sure are. Alright, let's quickly go do our final trade. Hopefully my hunger doesn't run out before I can get back, because it is getting a little low. There's some scrap there, but I'm just going to let it go, and let's go back to that trading post. Alright, on the island. Hopefully nothing's going to attack us, and we can just loop right around. Like so. Some mangoes there. I did want to look at this cave too real quick. You can get dirt that I don't particularly need, but these cave mushrooms I want for barbecue. And, I mean, I didn't bring my shovel anyway, so... There's often usually like a chest in here too, is what I was thinking. There'd be like a chest with some like metal items, which would be worth getting perhaps, but I don't know. Where was that trading post? There it is. So let's head up there. This scrap I will grab, because I can't resist, and it's right on the way. There we go. So we just wanted the last titanium, and we wanted the bait, so that we can get more coins for next time. So there's the last titanium that we definitely wanted, and there's all of our bait to fish, to get more fish to trade for trade coins, so that we can trade for more titanium again in the future. So that's good. That's all that we wanted from here. Again, could stop and explore for scrap and other stuff, but I think we're more or less good. So let's get back on the raft and see if we can make those last couple items that we had talked about. Another nice view of the raft there. Kind of a front view to anchor in the back, our little garden, our biofuel setup, our animals, our smelting and water station. Looking pretty good. So let's get back up here. Boom. Gonna need to eat something real soon. Might as well throw our titanium in there. Keep that cooking because we might need a little more. Pick up the tilapia. So we're gonna need to eat. Go ahead and eat. Start stashing some of this stuff that we got, those banana seeds, and then let's get back out on the water so that we can eventually find the next island. So again, we're gonna have to get a little creative here, so I'm gonna lift our anchor up, turn on our engines, and set them to go backwards. And then I'm going to want to turn like so. A little more. I want to line myself up with the tide and just go straight with the tide to get us pushed into another trading post island without having to use the engines and burn through biofuel, so that's pretty good. Let's go forward now. And let's turn the engines off. And now we're going with the tide and the sail is pushing us, so that'll get us to where we need to go. Kind of towards the story island, not quite at it, but hopefully a new trading post island spawns somewhere in front of us that we could eventually get to. One second here. Okay, so let's go ahead and make those items that we had talked about. Let's pick up the bricks that we needed. Oops, let me turn this off too so I'm not burning through the battery for no reason. And let me do a quick shear actually. So we can get those other trading trash cubes that I've been calling trading cubes this whole game. These other trash cubes going. Because as you can see in that last island, they take a while to make, so I want to keep this like full and processing at all times. I don't have to like sit there and wait ever again. Looks like that ran out of planks, so let's load that back up. Grab the titanium. These two should finish any second now. And then let's see, so Electric Smelter, where is that? Down here? There we go. So I just need a circuit board. Just going to take plastic, copper ingot, and vine goo, so I definitely have plenty of plastic. There we go. So we'll start with one. And that's all we need to make that electric smelter, so it's probably going to go where these smelters are after I just put planks in them, which I'm going to lose once I pick them up, which is kind of a waste, but... So... Yeah, so it can cook 3 things at a time. Not 6. It is huge, too, my gosh. I guess it takes up about the same amount of space as 3 regular smelters, so that makes sense. I guess just one of them is fine. I was going to make 2 of them, but, yeah, so I lose all my planks when I pick these up. All the planks that I just loaded into them, I lose when I pick them up. But I think the smelter... The new electric smelter is going to go right here in place of the little smelters. I guess I could make 2. I'm wondering if I make 2, if it's going to go over too far. I just need a little gap here to be able to get to my water. I don't need to be able to get to the rest necessarily. So let's see where this can go. Gosh, it's much larger, so it has to come out farther. I don't want it to block off that chest either, so I guess I am only going to make 1, and it's going to kind of go right here, which is kind of a weird spot with this post. I could get rid of that post by doing the lantern trick like I did here, which I should probably do at some point. It's just if I mess it up, if I mess up the lantern trick, then all the foundations above break, and I don't want to lose my animals, and the grass, and the sprinklers, and everything else that is on top, so I need to be really careful about doing that trick when I go to do it on any of these ceiling tiles here, I think, but I guess for now that's fine. It's definitely bigger, yeah, like thicker this way than the little smelters are, so that's alright. We end up with a little gap here, which I guess is kind of nice. I can pick this one up too. Actually, I should have left it there because I don't like that hole that I can walk right into. I could maybe put another smelter here and still have access to my water. Being able to cook 6 things at once would be nice. It would take a lot of extra titanium, which I don't have at the moment, though. I do have a lot of ingots cooked, though, so I guess I do have enough. Right? So I definitely want to make 2 of the advanced... where am I looking at here? Advanced biofuels. So that would take 12... I have 31 ingots, yeah, so I have enough for sure. So why don't we make a second one and see if we can squeeze it in. I need another circuit board. Oh yeah, I need 10 more dry bricks is the thing. Which I do have enough for, but... It gets me pretty low on clay, which is not great, because I do need the clay to make the clay bowls. we'll go ahead and get our bricks drying there because it's going to take a little while. And then we need more batteries to power all this stuff too, so let's see, I just need 2 copper ingots. Ooh, it's 4 titanium ingots for each one. That's going to get me... I guess I'll still have enough. Why don't I make 2 more batteries to start? So one of them can go right in there immediately, and then we go like this. Put the titanium in, and you can see it's cool cooking animation, and it should spit it out down there, and it should be a lot quicker than the other smelter was, I think. Well, that looks really cool. And then the other things I wanted to make were the refiners. That takes a lot of plastic, which thankfully I certainly have. So I want to make at least 2 of them, so I know I can just go 1, 2 like that. And then let's get these ready to go in the back here. Now I'm going to pick up the old refiners. And so I can definitely put 1 here, and then you see where the pipe goes. I guess this one, I guess it's going to have to go there, which is a little odd, but it should work. And so what I'm going to have to do is take these pipes, all my extra batteries there that I have no use for anymore, which thankfully I made extra of, and then I should be able to just connect like that. Yeah, there you go. Now these are going to pump when the biofuel finishes. It's just going to pump it straight into the tanks to then get fed into the engines, and it should store any excess in these big petroleum tanks here. So again, I think it's quicker. I could be wrong about that, but it can definitely hold a lot more. That much I know for sure. So let's grab a bunch of honey and a bunch of eggs. Now, honey goes in... Or does it not need honey? Oh no, the honey goes in the side. Wow, so I could hold 6 instead of 2. So, again, kind of a weird... That's going to really bother me. But it has to go on the foundation. So... There's no way to slide this back unless I wanted it all the way on this outer edge. It's just going to be a little annoying to fill this one here. I guess I could slide this whole setup over. I just wish they like touched it. Like if this one was just like half a foundation over, it would be perfect. Anyway, it just bothers me, but it is what it is. So that's fine. And now if they fit 6 honey, they should be able to fit a lot of eggs. You can see that little meter on the left filling up there. Yeah, it looks like 20 eggs compared to like the 7 that would fit in the other one. I think can load it all the way up. I think that's it, yeah. So that's going to make biofuel, which is going to fill this tank. You can see that little yellow part filling up on the bottom there. And then after it fills up, it'll pump the excess straight into the tanks, and then we'll be in good shape with a bunch of biofuel here. So it does still take a while to make it, but we'll let it do its thing. Might as well turn some of this honeycomb into honey as well, which is going to take a lot of glass, which I don't know how much I have cooked. So I have a good amount that I've been picking up from places, I guess. So I'll go ahead and I don't want to burn through all my glass, but I guess that's plenty of extra honey for now. If it only takes 6 honey per refiner that it can hold, that ought to be plenty. We could save the rest of that. And they don't take batteries either, so that's good. So I do have this 1 extra battery is going to go for the smelter. Let's grab our titanium. Let's put the rest in. Going to save that 1 ore in there so that when I do like the quick store like that, it has a home to go to. And I can store my old smelters, my old refiners in there just in case I ever wanted them for some reason. And we're just waiting for those bricks to dry so we can make 1 more smelter and hopefully fit it right here but still have access to our water. Speaking of which, I should probably fill that up. Also a little annoying that I can't access my battery there. I may want to move this one a little bit over. I don't want it blocking this chest, but move it a little over so that there's like a gap in between the 2 of them that I place where I can access that battery without, and like check it. Like I was able to check it over the old smelters without having to go like up and around every time. But, okay, no trading post island that we're heading towards, but we're just going to keep drifting on. That looks really weird. The smokestack coming out of the ground there. Let's do our llama shearing real quick too, because again, we want to stay on top of those trash cubes. Unfortunately, I am once again out of shears, and that takes quite a bit of scrap to make them, so hopefully that's enough for now. Nope, got items drifting through our raft. I think the catch nets are probably full, more than full at this point, so I haven't emptied them in a while. So let's do our quick shear, like so. Throw the wool in to get the cubes going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is good enough for now. Put those shears away. Put the cubes away. We've got our extra bait here for when we want to get some more trading coins. This battery is going to go with the smelter. And then, yeah, these things only hold 10 items. You can make advanced catch nets that hold 15 items, but they take titanium. And that would be a lot of titanium to replace all of these. And really, at this point, how much of this stuff do I need? You know, I have so much as it is. Like, oh, that was nice. This is nice, being able to just walk right in from there instead of having to do that weird jump every time. Kind of surprised at how much more I like that. But, alright, we'll dump all this in here. Oh my gosh, already filling up. Get rid of that stuff first. Turn the rest into ropes, I suppose. Just to save space. Oh my lord, there's a lot of ropes. There we go. Okay. Store the rest of this stuff real quick. There we go. I'm gonna need more sand and clay too eventually. Store the leather. Good. Titanium is done. Looks like that burns the battery pretty quickly, actually. So let me see. The bricks are now done. So we can go ahead and make that other smelter. I need the circuit board, which I will need some plastic. Like so. And then we can go ahead and make the other smelter from this chest. We have 11 titanium left over for some stuff. We're going to need more of it long term, though. Grab the battery. I guess it didn't drain it that much. It just turns yellow quite quickly. We can pick that up, and then, yeah, I'm saying, I wonder if there's a way. Can I put it? It doesn't seem to want to. I guess it just has to come a little more forward. Yeah, I wonder if there's a place I could place these where I could access the battery like that, I guess. I could still just walk through. Don't even have to jump, so that is nice. And I can still pretty easily access the plank chest, I guess. And then, I hate that it's like angled like that, but I can actually fit it a little bit better if it is. So then this one would go like here. Yeah, and then I can access the battery and check the durability on the battery like that. And then, God, it just looks kind of hideous the way that they're angled and like not touching, but it is pretty efficient space-wise. I am able to squeeze in and out here. I am able to access that chest just fine. I do have access to my water supply here, and I can cook a whole heck of a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and load up all of our smelters. Cooking 6 things at a time instead of 4 now, and I do believe it's quicker. Don't have to keep reloading it with planks. Just takes battery power, which I can get infinite battery power from recharging up here at the charging station. So that is awesome. Trash cubes, starting to stockpile. Gonna need a lot more to trade for more titanium. Currently we have, I think, just about everything that we want to make with titanium. But we are going to unlock titanium tools pretty soon. And I'm going to need a lot of titanium to make those. So let's take a peek at the Biofuel Refiner back here. It's going kind of slow, but it is filling up pretty quickly. And it looks like I can, if I wanted to, I could just take the biofuel straight out. So it only made 1 each, so it is going to have to just sit for a long time. But yeah, I could take the biofuel out and store it like that if I want. Or I just leave it in there, and once it fills up totally, it'll start pumping it straight into the biofuel tanks or into the engines, so That's pretty cool. Why don't we go ahead and fill these up again, and then we're just going to leave them alone for quite a while and let them just stockpile as much biofuel as they can make. Definitely going to need to let them run for a long time to fill up with more biofuel, but could always make more of them too to speed up the process, but that would of course take more titanium. I think 2 is going to be fine for now. We'll stash some extra honeycomb, and then I would say we're in pretty good shape. So there is another trading post island over there that we're heading towards, so I think we'll want to stop off there and just grab the titanium real quick. And then there are a few other projects on the raft that I want to work on before we go to the final story island and unlock the final blueprints. So I think we'll leave it here for now. Load those up, get those going, and we'll pick it up here next time. So yeah, next time we're going to sail to a couple trading post islands and gather some more titanium just to start stockpiling it. And I want to build like a building on this raft so that y'all can see the different building options that there are. And that'll give me somewhere to put all my cosmetic items that I've been kind of compiling, and just make a nice little chill area on the raft, since up until this point everything's been pretty, you know, strictly about being efficient and advancing the game systems and that kind of stuff. I think it'll be fun just before the final story island to take a little detour to work on some of the, you know, more chill aspects of the game. So that'll be the plan for next time, but for now we are good. So we got our electric smelters there. They are cooking metal like crazy, cooking 6 at a time essentially, and it cooks much quicker for free. Does not take planks, just uses battery power that we can recharge for free at our windmill. Got our advanced biofuel refiners going in the back, cooking up a lot of biofuel here so that hopefully we can turn these engines on as needed. And then we got our advanced anchor, which even though it glitched the raft out temporarily, we do love it because we can just start and stop the raft from there. So yeah, we will drop that anchor so that the raft isn't moving, and we will leave it here and pick it up next time, where we will raise the anchor and sail away to that island and work on building some other cool stuff around the raft. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good one. Peace.